Welcome. In front of me I have the Realme P3 Lite, and I'll be going over unboxing along with a quick look at the device and also its specifications. Okay, so let's get straight into this. I have two tabs to cut through. There we go. Make it real. Okay. Now they made it real by including a case in a box and cable and some ejectol. Now I should start to point out that, cable is in the box, considering there are some garbage ass manufacturers like, oh, look at that Sony, which doesn't even include a cable in the box anymore. Apparently that's e-waste now too. I can't wait till you're gonna be buying a device that doesn't exist in the box. Anyway, Type A to Type C cable, and then in here we get the device itself. Slide it out. And oh boy, that is a horrid vibration motor. Wow, it's loud and just bad. Jeez. Anyway, apart from that vibration motor, which for some moronic reason they decided to literally introduce you to the device with when you first boot it up and give you like this sour taste in your mouth, other than that, the device doesn't seem that bad. So we have a 6.67 inch display with a resolution of 1604 pixels by 720. Unfortunately, it's just an LCD display, but luckily it's running at 120 frames per second. And boy, oh boy, is this device kind of slow. Okay, that low resolution is kind of visible right here. These circles look kind of fuzzy. Anyway, I'm gonna go through a quick setup right here. Now we are looking at an Android 15 right here, so that's pretty decent. Now let me just kind of quickly try to finish this up later. There we go. So now that the device is set up, we can actually get a nice feel of it. So on the home screen, at least with no application installed, it's running pretty smoothly. The Google page just kind of has a bit of a hiccup here, but seems to be working fine now. So anyway, once it loads up everything, it should be running relatively smoothly. Now this is a budget device. Like, it's as close to budget as it can get without like sacrificing literally everything. So the price right here is about, where I'm from, about 125 US dollars including tax. So it's a pretty decent price for something that is running 120 frames per second display. We have also 50 megapixel main sensor, and well, that's the only sensor that we get at the back, at least. This is a fake, and this is our flash. So they try to trick you by making it look like there's more at the back, which is just absolute bullshit. There's just a single 50 megapixel camera. And at the front we have, if I can actually find this info, 5 megapixel camera. Okay. Now, with the, you can record at full HD apparently, though it doesn't really mention the frame rate. I am getting the information from euro.com.pl. It's a Polish store. For some reason, I should probably maybe look for this in official. Oh, there we go, Realme P3, there we go, India. Not sure if the India version will vary in any way. Sometimes there are just slight differences in the devices. So let's see, we have a 45 watts of charging speed, which is pretty good. 6,000 milliamp hour battery, pretty good. So that would mean that we have a silicon carbon battery in here. Props for that. Dimensity 6300 processor, which is a lower end processor. IP64, multi-grade, shock resistance. I mean, it's plastic. Come on. 300% ultra volume mode. Wow. And oh boy, I just hate this. Come on. At least they didn't advertise this on the box like some other dipshit manufacturers. So on their website, at least they're advertising that this device has 18 gigabytes of RAM. Now they are kind of calling it dynamic RAM and 128 gigabytes of storage. Now, what they mean by dynamic RAM, it means that the device comes with 6 gigabytes of RAM and 12 gigs of storage converted to RAM. So with that logic, you don't have 128 gigs of storage, you have 116 gigs of storage and 18 gigs of RAM. But, you know, I guess math isn't too strong there. So it is converting some of the storage into RAM. Now, I don't know why they do this. It's something that I wouldn't advertise at all. The fact that the device has 6 gigabytes of RAM at this price range, I would have to say it's already good. Like, I have no problems here with 6 gigs of RAM. Hell, devices that are 3-4 times more expensive sometimes come with this much amount of RAM. So it's a good enough number. You don't need to artificially inflate it. Be happy that you have 6. Come on. So yeah, anyway, it's a pretty decent device on paper. Might be just a little bit slow. It isn't going to be a powerhouse, obviously, but it does have nice advantages that are running a MediaTek 6300. It is going to be a relatively low power kind of processor, and with a whopping 6,000 mAh battery, this device should have a good battery life. And furthermore, at literally fraction of a price of something like a Samsung S25, it charges faster than it at 45 watts. This is S25, just the little one, the one that claims to be a flagship, yet it runs like shit and basically skimps out on things like fast charging, millimeter wavelength, and some other things that you would expect from a device flagship ones, which the bigger versions of this, which are also flagships supposedly from the same lineup, offer. So anyway, this device at literally like $125 offers a much faster charging than what my device has, which is pathetic 25 watts. Go crawl under a rock and never come out of it, Samsung. So yeah. Honestly, for a budget phone, seems like a solid pick if you're looking for that. Now, I will be completely honest, these kind of devices aren't something that I would be looking for, so I personally like to spend a little bit more and have something that will be much faster than this and offer me some specific things that I look for in a phone. So the reason I'm mentioning that is because even at a lower end, you do tend to have phones that try to stand out in certain things. So as an example, this one has 120 frames refresh rate. It's a good refresh rate for a phone at this price range. It has a whopping 6,000 mAh battery. Again, another positive here. Now, sometimes you can sacrifice something, one of these things, for instance, like high refresh rate, or maybe the 6,000 mAh battery or the 45 watts charging. So you'd either have smaller or slower charging battery, but for instance, have something like AMOLED display. So it really depends on what you are looking for. I'm the person that likes to have my phone charge fast, which kind of makes me question why the hell did I pick up the S25. But anyway, I would like that to, in perfect world, I would like my device to charge fast, but I also like the display to look good. So I would be looking for an AMOLED OLED display with high refresh rate. Here we have LCD, unfortunately, which wouldn't really be the device. And as a kind of what I would be looking for, a device that I would be picking, considering I do have a phone on my mind, it would be the CMF phone Nothing 2 Pro. It's a device that costs, well, twice as much. It's not bullshit around the bush right here. It is going to be significantly more expensive, like 100% more expensive than this. But when you're looking at a bottom, like bottom tier devices, going from like, for instance, $100 to $200 price tag, this isn't that big of a jump in terms of a grand scheme of things. In terms of devices, like shit, devices get up to like $1,800 price range. These are insane prices for phones, and I wouldn't ever recommend really spending that much. But when you consider the fact that normal flagships cost about $1,000, so from 100 to 200, it's not that big of a jump. At least that's how I'm coping, right? So with that being said, CMF phone seems to be much better, obviously, as you would expect from an increased price. And honestly, for $200, this device punches way above its price range. Like, we're talking about, it competes with devices at like $500 price range. So if you're looking for a good device at this like $200, that is something that you can look at. It's a fantastic phone. But like I said, if you're content with not having an AMOLED OLED display, this phone actually offers a decent package nonetheless. Like the big battery and the 120 Hz refresh rate plus fast charging speed seems to be very good selling point. And another one that some people might overlook, but I think it might be actually worth mentioning at this price range, is the headphone jack. So this device comes with a headphone jack at the bottom. If you want, you can use your headphones that you have on a wire and, you know, enjoy that. Considering you would be looking for a lower end device like this one, chances are you actually might find value in this. But in any case, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I'll show you how we can go through the setup process of this phone. So, when you boot it up for the very first time, you should be presented with the same screen that you can see on my end. And here we're just going to click on the arrow, and then you want to find your desired language. I'll be choosing English, but let's click something, you know, let's go Australia. Next, we can move to the next page and select our region. Now, I recommend changing your region to something that is based in the European Union, even if you're not there, as if I'm correct, though I haven't actually tested it out, because at this moment there is nothing to test it out with yet, it will force companies to abide by European Union laws. As an example, if a company like Apple is being forced into complying with EU by opening up their ecosystem to other alternative stores, so you're not just forced to use the App Store from Apple, they will only comply in Europe, obviously. They most certainly will not, you know, release their iron grasp on the US. You're gonna continue to get shafted hard because they need to make their billions of dollars per year somehow. So by selecting that you're from Europe, like Poland, that would theoretically force them to allow you to use third-party stores. Obviously, giving control of where you download your applications, what the commissions are and stuff like that. If some stores might have better deals than App Store, you can use those. And also, obviously, whatever consumer rights would be associated with like system, they would be forced to comply with those as well. So I will be selecting okay, it's not alphabetically. Okay, let's go with Poland, which is where I'm from. Next, legal information. So we have user agreement, users privacy, security and protection. Yeah, sure, I'm gonna believe that bullshit here. Just gonna click on next, because it's not like whatever Google tells me I will ever believe. If I would, there would be no reason for class action lawsuits and antitrust lawsuits. And also monopoly and corruption and all that stuff. Anyway, moving on, we have connect to a mobile network. So here you can insert a SIM card. This step is completely optional. You can just click on next without doing so. Then it will allow you to set up your device using another one. So if you look at it right here, when you have your old device, you should get this kind of pop-up allowing you to basically move over content of this phone to this one. So this is basically gonna move over things that are associated with Google account. So any kind of contacts that were imported to Google account and applications and so on. So it's not really a kind of restore that you would expect. It's just a way of Google hoovering up your data just so they can sell it later on. So I'll be skipping that. You can purchase my data like everyone else does. Otherwise, go piss off. Anyway, now we have Wi-Fi connection page. Again, this step is optional. You don't need to connect to Wi-Fi as long as your device isn't FRP locked, but this one shouldn't be. So you can connect to it. If you choose to skip this, then we'll have some things happen or not happen. Usually you get a pop-up letting you know, but I guess we didn't here. So by not connecting to any kind of network, either through SIM card or Wi-Fi, you won't be able to sign into your Google account, get updates to your device, have date and time set automatically, and well, that's about it. But obviously all of those can be changed later on. Everything that we select right here throughout the entire setup process can be changed later on after the setup is finished, so it's not like set in stone. Now, in here, we have Google services on the next page, which is use location, allow scanning, and sending user and diagnostic data. Now we can turn all of these off, but again, these are more like guidelines. If they tell you that they're not going to be, for instance, using a location to know where you are or stuff like that, or if you turn that off, you'd expect them to turn it off, right? I mean, use location would imply that there is no location services, therefore your phone doesn't know where you're located at, right? Well, you would be absolutely wrong, because that's not how it works. It can always ping off of other devices that do use location to exactly triangulate your location without even asking you for your permission. So this is just a middle finger. It tells you like, oh, look at us. We're not going to be spying on you through these methods right here, but we're going to do it a different way that isn't listed here. And just to kind of give you like a perspective, if turning on an airplane mode, which supposedly turns off everything, Wi-Fi, mobile data, cellular connectivity, and other stuff like that, it would imply that this device basically should be dark. Well, then why people that would use this for nefarious reasons are found based strictly on their phone? That shouldn't be found in this kind of logic. Newsflash, it's because your phone never stops sending data, even though you have deliberately told it to do so. So we can ignore this because it means absolutely F all. Anything that Google says usually means absolutely F all. So next we have unlocking method, fingerprint, face recognition, or password. Now password will contain 3 different methods: PIN, pattern, or password. So you can choose whichever one you want. Now, if you're planning to use any of the first 2, like face recognition or fingerprint, you will always be required to select PIN, pattern, or password. The reason for that is these 2 are biometrics. Biometrics aren't 100% reliable, so sometimes your phone will have a CC fit and refuse to recognize your face or your finger for no reason, because there might be a tiny little blemish of dust on your finger and it cannot recognize it anymore. So in cases you try to unlock your device too many times with this tiny little blemish on your finger, obviously you won't be able to use this method. So that would leave you with PIN, pattern, and password, which as long as you put it in correctly, it will unlock your device. Now, alternatively, you can just skip protecting your phone, but I would never recommend that, as your phone usually holds your personal information. And if you were to ever lose your device, this personal information can be accessed by anyone who finds it. So it's best you actually protect your device. Now, I'll be one of those that basically tells you to do something and then does something exactly opposite, but I'm not going to be using this device, so it doesn't really matter. My phone is protected. Next, recommended. So we have auto update overnight, wallpapers, discover captivating story. Okay, so this one I don't think is the wallpaper carousel. Oh no, it is. Okay, so it is a wallpaper carousel. amazingly enough, they changed the name because wallpaper carousel is such a piece of shit that I always say to turn it off. So wallpaper carousel gives you the most dogshit wallpapers you can imagine. Things like brick walls, fruit baskets, maid cleaning, and other stuff like that. So I prefer to not have to explain to random strangers or my friends why the shit do I have a random ass maid cleaning as my wallpaper. And then every time I click the power button, it disappears, like I'm trying to hide it, right? So I recommend turning that off. Now they changed it just to wallpaper to absolutely remove that kind of idea that, oh no, it's the carousel. No, it's just a wallpaper. I mean, yeah, it's random ass wallpapers. That would have been a correct name. And if you click on it, you can see it tries to activate it. So wallpaper carousel is called like this here. So I'm gonna turn that off. Prefer not to explain myself to other people why I have a random ass woman on my wallpaper, and then it just disappears next time I press the power button. Anyway, moving on, we have intelligent search services, global search, user experience programs, and some other crap. You can read what these all are, toggle them on or off. Again, the grain of salt if that actually does anything. Well, usually you won't have access to the things that you turn off. That's for certain. But yeah, anyway, we're going to move on. Come on. There we go. And it looks like this finishes up the setup. So let's get started. Now, for people that don't know, the wallpaper carousel only works on your lock screen. So when you do this, it would be showing up right here. And every time you lock it and then unlock it like this, it would change that wallpaper. But anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful. And if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm gonna show you the first things to do after setup on your Realme P3 Lite 5G. So, as you guys can see, I have just finished my setup and now I'm gonna click on Get Started. So, after clicking on the Get Started button, we should be redirected to the home screen. So now from the home screen, let's start over and go to the settings. They are right here. And here, let's go over and connect to the Wi-Fi network. So this is the first thing we're gonna do. Now we're gonna choose our network. So find your network right here and simply connect to it by entering the password. So click on it. I'll click on this one for an example. And here all you guys have to do is enter the password. So I'll do that and I'll see you in a second. Now let's click on the save button right here, and as you guys can see, now we're gonna obtain the IP address and we're gonna connect to the network. So now what you guys can do is check for the system updates. So go over here to the main page of the settings and scroll a bit down until you guys see system and update. Now in the system and update, click on software update, and here, as you guys can see, I've got the new version that is available. So we need to click on download now, and we need to wait for it to download entirely. So I'll see you guys in a minute. So as you guys can see, the new version just downloaded. All we have to do is press on install now, and now we have to wait for it to load and then to install. So there's nothing you guys have to do here. All you have to do is wait patiently. So I'll see you guys in a second. So after the system updates, all we have to do now is add a Google account. But we're gonna skip that step and we're gonna do that right from the Play Store instead of going into the settings and etc. We're gonna sign in right here because the next step was to update apps via the Play Store. So now we get like a 2-in-1. So it is a bit faster. And all we have to do here is enter our email. And after we enter our email, all that's left to do is enter the password. So I'll see you guys in a second. Now we need to select who will be using this device. So if you set this device up for you, then select I will be using this device. But when you're setting it up for your children, then set this thing up right here. So the second one. The options may vary right here, but this is not much of a difference. So I'll choose I will be using this device and proceed to click next. Here, let's click on I agree. And now wait for the Google services to load. And here, as you guys can see, we can enable the backup of our data on this device. So we definitely want to enable it. Now let's click on accept. And as you guys can see now, they are welcoming us to the Google Play. So we will have your apps ready to go. So this is how many times we've used an app in the last 30 days. So you guys can install them right here. So let's just click on install. And here you guys can verify your purchases instantly using either biometrics or a password. So I'll choose that I will use the password and I'll enter it again. Now the settings are saved and we need to update our apps via the Play Store. So let's click on our avatar right here and go to my apps and games. And now click on updates available. So click on see details. And here you have apps and games. So I have 60 of them. Now, as you guys can see, we have updates and we are installing all those apps. So let's click update all right here. And as you guys can see, 51 updates are in progress now. So they can update in the background. And now we can go over and set up our screen lock. So we want the best protection for our phone. Let's head over to the settings and then scroll a bit down. As you guys can see, we have the security and privacy right here. And here we have the security. So here we have the device unlock. Let's click it and click on screen lock. Now you guys can choose either pattern, pin or password. These are the safest options. Now the none option is actually tragic and I won't recommend using that to anybody. Also the swipe, you do not have a password. All you have to do to unlock your phone is basically swipe. So we definitely want a password. I always choose pin, but you guys can also use the password. I think the pattern is also safe, but I would recommend using the pin. So let's click next, and here, as you guys can see, the pin must be at least 4 digits, but a 6-digit pin is recommended for added security. So we definitely want to make it either 6 or more. So as you guys can see, we can add even more. And now I'll definitely choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I do not recommend this password to anybody because it can expose you, and this is the easiest password to guess. So you guys can also enable or disable auto confirm correct pin. So when you enter the pin correctly, then you won't have to click this arrow right at the bottom here. So I'll enable it. It's not that safe, but still I will use that. And now let's click on confirm. As you guys can see, you can show notifications, you can hide the sensitive content, so you will see that you've received a message on WhatsApp, but you won't know who sent the message unless you unlock your phone, or you can just hide all of the notifications, so you won't see the notifications while your screen is locked. So I always choose hide sensitive content. I think this is the best option. Now let's click on done. And as you guys can see, our screen lock is finally set up. So now we're gonna move on to the fingerprint and the face unlock. And now we have to enter our newly created pin. And here we have the face unlock and the fingerprint. So first we're gonna go over and do the fingerprint. Let's click on more 2 times and click on I agree. And now let's add a fingerprint. So to add the fingerprint, we have the button right here. Now we have to tap it until this circle goes entirely blue. So as you guys can see, we need to put a different area of our finger. We have to move it slightly. So this is a bit hard for me. Now the fingerprint has been added, so let's click done and test it out. I will use a different finger to just do that to my phone now. Hold the finger and it definitely works. So we've got the fingerprint added. Now it's time for our face unlock. So go here, swipe down and click on I agree. Then start and press the face in the circle right here. So I'll quickly do that off camera. So as you guys can see, now it says all set and looking good. So all we have to do is click done. Let me unlock the phone using a different finger. And let's see if it scans my face. Of course it did. Now let's try again. It also did that. So now we can unlock our phone. We've got the face unlock and the fingerprint added. Although the face unlock might not be safe because somebody can even use a picture of you. And that's basically why it's that vulnerable. So I won't recommend using the face unlock that much, but the fingerprint is an excellent option because nobody has the same fingerprints as you. So now what we're going to do is we're going to set up the Google Wallet for this device. So we need to go over to the Play Store and first check if the Google Wallet is installed. So now we are in search and we're going to select the Google Pay. Here we have the Google Wallet, and as you guys can see, it's already pending in those updates. So all we have to do now is just wait for it to download. So I'll see you guys in a second. So now we got our app ready. Let's click on open right here, and then we will have a wallet. So let's click on view wallet right here. And here we can add almost anything. So as you guys can see, here we have the loyalty programs. Here we have the passes, for an example, for the BP station, the Big Star, and many more shops. So these shops are dependent on your region. So if you're not from the same region as me, so which is Europe, then you won't have those shops right here. You will have something else. But now we're gonna add a payment card. So it's easy. We need to click on add to wallet. And here, as you guys can see, we can add the payment card, the transit pass, the loyalty card, the gift card, or anything else. So as you guys can see, like an event ticket, gym membership, or an insurance card. So now let's go over and click on the payment card. And here, what you guys can do is either add the card that you saved in your Google account or anything like made by Google, and you need to have it physically with you. This is very important because if you don't, then you will need to remember the numbers, the CVC security code, and the expiry date. So I do not have my card with me, but here we click on new credit or debit card, and we will be able to fill in the info about the card. So as you guys can see, we can either scan it with our camera, or we can just enter the numbers, the month and the year of the expiration, and the security code. So after you do that, you will have your card ready and you will be able to pay by your phone. So this is very awesome. And now for the last step, we're gonna optimize the battery charging. So what I mean by that is we need to go over to the settings. Let me go back to the main page. And here select the battery. Now we have a lot of settings right here, and the first one is the power saving mode. So you guys can use the battery saver, and as you guys can see, we can set it up easily. Now I'll disable it, and we need to enable turn on at specified battery level. And I recommend using the 25%. This is the best option. Most phones have it at 20, but we want to make sure that our battery lasts a bit longer. So 25 it is. Now, After that, we have our battery health. So I would recommend using the charging limit, but your phone will keep the battery at 80% while charging. So you won't be able to charge your phone to 100%, but the 80% would be enough, and it will help with your battery cycles. So it includes the longer battery lifespan. So this is a very great option. You guys can also use the resume charging at 95%. So whenever your phone is at 100%, then it will stop charging, and when it hits 95 and your phone is still connected via the USB-C cable, then it will basically charge up to 100%. So you're wasting cycles by doing it, and I do not recommend it. It's very unsafe for your battery. So if you want to, you guys can basically disable all of those options, but I would recommend using the charging limit, as I think it's the best way to actually preserve the lifespan. Now, here we can enable the battery percentage. So we will see the battery percentage in the status bar right here. As you guys can see, it's 90%. And when we go over here, we won't be able to see it. So I would recommend enabling it so you can see the percentage and not guess how many percent you have. Now, here we have the power saving settings. This is very important. We have the adaptive battery right here. And as you guys can see, whenever apps drain battery, then we will use the battery manager. It's amazing. It's an amazing function for this device, and I recommend enabling it. Now, the standby optimization, as you guys can see, it has to load, and then we will be able to, let's say, click on AliExpress for an example, and we can optimize the app. We can standby sleep optimization. We can change it right here to optimize or no optimize the network data and the wake up optimization. We can do that for the apps right here. And after that, we have the close app when screen is locked. So when your screen is locked and in either power saving mode or anything else, then you may not receive any messages or notifications, and everything will be closed. So this is a very good way of saving your battery, but you won't know what's basically going to your phone. So you won't have any notifications, or they may be a bit delayed. And overall, this option is very great, but it's not working like we want to. So now we have the app launch management. Here we have the startup launch, and here we have the secondary launch. So if we disable the secondary launch, then it will help us save the battery and overall phone performance, but we will be able to lose the functions that secondary launch is providing for the apps. So now the last one is the power intensive apps. As you guys can see, there is no app like that on my device right now, but you will see them definitely here. So you guys can also use the super power saving mode, but all it does is blocks a lot of apps. As you guys can see, it's entering the ultra power saving mode. Let's click close, and we have 3 apps right here, which is the phone, messages, and contacts. And if we want to leave, we just click on this icon right here and then click on exit. So as you guys can see, it's exiting the ultra power mode, and now our phone will be back to normal. So that's the battery tips. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to close all running apps. So basically all you have to do to close all background apps is tap on these 3 horizontal lines. Here we've got all apps that are currently active, and to close them all off, just mark clear all. And that's it. If you'll tap here again, you will find no recent items. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to change ringtone. So at first, let's open the settings, then find and select sounds and vibration, go to for ringtone, and pick the tune that you want to apply. Then go back and it is already set. Obviously you can do the same thing for your second SIM card. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to reset network settings. So at first let's open the settings. Then from main settings list, select System and Update, go to Reset Phone, and now mark Reset Network and Bluetooth settings. If you truly want to do it, just tap on Reset, and that's it. As you can see, Bluetooth and Wi-Fi have been reset. So that would be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to activate night mode. So at first let's enroll the settings. Then find and select display and brightness, and all you need to do is to mark dark mode at the top of the list. As you can see, it is applied. Whenever you want to go back to light mode, just mark it here. Then to go back to dark dim again, mark dark mode. So this is it. It's super quick and easy. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to reset camera settings. So at first, enroll your camera app. Now go to More Options and click on Settings. Now scroll all the way down, and here you will notice a restore. So just mark it, and if you truly want to go back to default camera values, just mark Restore. And that's it, it has been done. As you can see, from now on, you can customize it from scratch. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to block a number. So first of all, open your phone dialer. Then tap on More icon and go to Settings. Here you will notice block numbers, just mark it, and now you can block all unknown colors by using the stop indicator, and you can block some particular number by tapping on Add a number. Just enter it here, and that's it. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to reset app preferences. So at first, let's open the settings. Then find and select System and Update, click on Reset Phone, and here you will notice Reset App Preferences. Just click on it, and if you truly want to get rid of all preferences for disabled apps, disabled app notifications, default applications for actions, background data restriction for apps, or any other permission restrictions, just mark Reset. And that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to activate and use camera timer. So first of all, open your camera app. Now once you're in photo mode, enroll More Options, and here you'll notice timer. As you can see, you've got two options, so you can either apply 3 or 10 seconds delay. Let me go with 3 seconds. Now here you can see the option that you selected. Then just click on camera shutter and the photo would be wrapped after selected time. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to change system language on this device. So at first, let's enroll settings. Then from main settings list, go to System and Update, mark Language and Region, select Edit under Languages and pick the one that you want to use your device in. Then click on Yes to apply it as a default one, and as you can see, it is already set. So that would be all, this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to activate or deactivate battery percentage and status bar. So at first let's open the settings, then find and select battery, and here you will notice battery percentage right in the middle. So if you wish to see the current battery level in your status bar, just mark the indicator, and as you can see from now on it is visible. Obviously you can hide it the same way. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Hi guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to clear browsing data. So at first open the browser that you are using, then mark more icon and click delete browsing data. Mark more options, and here just mark everything that you wish to remove, then choose the time range. As you can see, you can remove data from last 15 minutes, last hour, past day, 7 days, 4 weeks, or all time, however you prefer. And then just mark delete data. So that's it, that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Alright guys, today we've got here Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to clear credentials on this device. So first of all, enroll the settings, then find and select security and privacy, scroll down and mark more security settings to enroll it. Now go a bit lower, and here you will notice encryption and credentials. Click to open, and all you have to do now is to mark clear credentials. Tap on OK, then draw an unlock pattern, and that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching, please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to track serial number assigned to this device. So you've got two options to reach it. At first open your phone dialer, then enter a secret code which is *#06#, and here you've got device information with serial number at the bottom of the list. Tap on OK to exit, and the second way to reach serial number is to enroll settings, go to about phone, then just scroll down and mark status, and here you will be able to reach serial number. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to change the date and time on this device. So at first open the settings, then from main settings list select system and update and go to date and time. At first you have to switch off automatic date and time and select it manually from the list. So as you can see, this is how you can set date, and it's all the same with time. So just mark time, and here you can pick the hour that you wish to apply. So that's it, that will be all. Then whenever you wish to go back to automatic setup, just mark the stop indicator. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Good morning guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to locate IMEI number assigned to this device. So at first just open not TikTok pack but your phone dialer, enroll keypad and enter secret code. The code is *06#, and here you've got device info, so both IMEIs are at the top of the list. Tap on OK to exit, and now you can also find it via settings. So at first let's enroll the settings, then from main settings list select about phone, scroll down and mark status, and here you also got your both IMEI numbers. So this is it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to display battery percentage inside of the icon on the Realme P3 Lite. So if you want your battery percentage to be displayed in this battery icon right here in the top right, you can enable this option in the settings, and I'm going to show you how. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up the settings, then scroll down to battery, and here in battery we're going to enable battery percentage. And there we go. As you can see, it's that simple. So now it displays the battery percentage that you currently have. So I have 91%, and as it drains, it's going to display the accurate percentage. So that is pretty much it for this video. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Good morning, guys. And in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to add photo contact on this device. So at first, let's open your phone together. Now mark the contact that you want to customize, that you want to add this profile picture to. Select Edit and mark Add Picture. Now you can either open your camera and grab a photo right now. You can go and check your gallery to find there something like the photo that you want to add. You can create monogram or add some illustration. Well, let me pick something from my gallery. Now you can customize it however you like, rotate it if you wish, mark Choose, and click on Save. So that's it. From now on it is applied. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up. Morning, guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to change wallpaper on this device. So first of all, enroll settings, then find and select wallpaper and style, and here mark wallpaper. Now just pick the photo or one from default wallpapers or online wallpapers, and just the picture that you like the most and you want to cover your screen with. Let me go, for example, with this one. And if you like it, just mark Set As, then decide if it's for your lock screen only, just your home screen, or both. And that's it, that will be all. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto brightness. If you are struggling to find an option that will adjust your screen brightness automatically, here's how to do it within few seconds. First of all, go into Settings and tap on Display and Brightness over here. Now you can click on this switcher next to Auto Brightness, located under Brightness slider. If your switcher is blue, that means that auto brightness is on. To switch it off, tap on the same one until it's gray. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye!
Hello everyone, here I have Realme P3 Lite, and let me show you how to hide notifications on your lock screen. Let's begin. So at the very beginning, let's open the list of all apps. Here let's tap Settings. From the settings, you need to find and select the notifications. So it's right here, it's this blue icon. Let's just tap it. And as you can see here under privacy, you've got notifications on lock screen. Let's tap this feature right here. And right now you've got three options. You can show conversation default and silent. The first one, it's like the most not strict full one, so you will show everything. You can hide silent conversation and notifications, but you can also choose the third option. The third option is most trustful. No one can mess with your phone even if it's locked, so let me just use the third one. Don't show any notifications. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel and leave thumbs up under the video.
In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can change font size. If you are struggling with adjusting font size on this Realme, here's how to do it using only devices settings. So let's begin by opening settings and tapping on display and brightness right away. Now scroll all the way down to click on font and operate this slider under font size to adjust it. You can check out preview at the top. So when I do that and go back, I can see that size of my font has changed. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off auto rotation. If you wish to manage auto rotation within a few seconds whenever you want to, here's how I do it on my Realme. First of all, go into Tab menu by swiping down from the top right corner of your screen. Then look for Auto Rotate shortcut, and when you find it, click on it. As you can see, mine is blue, which means that auto rotation is on. To switch it off, tap on the same shortcut until it's white. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to change keyboard language on this device. So at first, let's open keypad. So you can either go to messages, to some search area, note, whatever. All you have to do is to enroll this panel, this keypad. To apply new language, mark on settings, pick languages, select plus icon, which is for add keyboard, and now just pick the keyboard that you want to apply. You can scroll till you find the preferred one, or you can mark search area, search button, and enter the wanted language here. Now you can pick the layout if there is more keyboards available. We can pick this one and mark done. Then you can customize it here. So if you wish to have one language only, remove those unnecessary languages, and as you can see now, you've got this brand new keyboard set. Then you can change it the same way. So that will be all. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
Welcome, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and in this video I will show you how to change DPI settings on your smartphone. So first, open settings, go to display and brightness section and find font and display size settings. For example, if you tap font, you'll be able to change the font size by moving this slider at the bottom to either increase the text size by moving the slider to the right, or decrease it by moving it to the left. You can also make the text bolder by switching this toggle to the right. And you can reset settings by tapping right here. But to apply settings, you just have to exit this menu. Now in display size, you can pick between large, standard and small display size. Just select whichever you like and exit this menu. The changes will be applied automatically. And that's how you can change DPI settings on your smartphone. Thank you for watching this video. If it helped you, please consider subscribing to our channel, leave us a like in the comment below, and I'll see you in the next one.
Good morning guys, and in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to force restart of this device. So basically all you have to do to force a restart of your device to perform a soft reset is to tap on power button along with volume up button. So just tap and hold, keep holding for around 10 seconds, Once you feel a vibration and also see Realme logo, you can remove fingers from both buttons, and now just wait. It will be rebooted shortly. Now unlock your device and use it smoothly. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe our channel and leave the thumbs up.
In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you where you can locate all your downloads. First of all, you need to find an app called Files that's already on your device. It should be in Google folder. This one. When you find it, launch it. Hit allow or don't allow in notifications pop-up. And select downloads category. So when I do that, as you can see, my downloaded files are over here. Well, in my case, only one. Now to launch any file you have, click on it on the left. And now my favorite part, to manage it, click on those 3 dots on the right. Then check out all of those options, like rename. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can change display refresh rate. I got a lot of questions in the comments about refresh rate of this Realme, so I tested it before recording to show you exactly how to change it. First of all, go into settings and tap on display and brightness right away. Now all you need to do is scroll all the way down to click on screen refresh rate at the bottom. Now to apply the best one for you, you need to click on it. And when you're ready, go back. So when I do that, as you can see, screen refresh rate of my Realme has changed. Quick tip, I always go for auto select for the best optimal use of refresh rate and because it saves my battery power. If you will set up high, you will notice that your device is draining much faster. Just something to keep in mind. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Good morning guys, in front of me is Realme P3 Lite 5G, and let me show you how to add a fingerprint to this device. So, at first, let's open the settings. Then find and select security and privacy. And here, go to device unlock. Now mark fingerprint and face ID. And at first you need to set some backup to your fingerprint. As you can see, it can be pattern, pin code or the password. If you already have one, just provide it and then add your fingerprint. But if you don't have one yet, you need to select one from the options. I'll go with pattern. Just be aware that you have to remember it. Otherwise, you will need to erase all data from your device. So once the pattern, pin code or whatever is provided, it's time to manage your notification content. And now it's time to set fingerprint. Just mark fingerprint, tap on more, accept everything. And as you can see, fingerprint sensor is located on your power button right here. So just grab your phone as you usually do it and keep tapping till your fingerprint is fully added. And as only it is done, So that's it.
In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can open apps in split screen view. If you are looking for an easy way to multitask on this Realme, here's my favorite one. And the best part is it doesn't require any special apps or tricks. All you actually need is to open two apps you already have and leave them running in the background. When you're ready, go into Background Apps and decide which one you want to use on the top half of your screen. Let's go with Chrome. Click on those three dots at the top right corner of it. And when you see this pop-up, tap on Split View. Then click on a second app, and as you can see now, I can use both at the same time. Now, to go back from this mode, you can either go into Background Apps and swipe both, and if you wish to keep using one of them, hold this line in between and drag one of your apps all the way up or all the way down. Then close the remaining one by clicking on Home button. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can insert SIM and SD card into this device. So, before we get started, you'll need to grab a SIM eject tool similar to this one, which will come provided with the device in the box, usually somewhere between the paperwork. And once you find that, you can then pop out the tray. So, let's get to it. Now, you can also use a paper clip if you can't find your tool for popping out the tray. Straighten out one of the ends and it should work just as well as this. Now, you can see that the tray is located on the upper left side of the device, so grabbing this thing, I want to then push it in. You can see when you do, it pops out, enough for you to be able to fully pull it out. Now on the tray, you have space for 2 dedicated SIM cards and 1 dedicated SD card. Now we'll be only occupying one of each. Now if you're planning to use just a single SIM card, like I am, you can place it either on the first or second spot, it does not really matter. So anyway, here's our 2 cards in place. Carefully insert it back into your device. Carefully, because there's nothing holding them in place other than gravity. And when you insert them, these cards should start working right away. Hence why it's popping up with the SIM card pin. So once unlocked, my SIM card will function, and we should also have some notification about... Oh, there we go. Our SD card, also working without any kind of additional steps needed. So anyway, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to enable or disable the app drawer on the Realme P3 Lite 5G. So on the Realme phones, you have this app drawer. So if you scroll from the home screen to the top, like this, it opens up this drawer, which contains all of the apps that are installed. So if they're not on the home screen, they are in the app drawer. And if you want to enable or disable this option, I'm going to show you how to do it. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up the settings. I'm going to guide you from the start. So open up the settings, select wallpaper and style, then tap home screen, and here we're going to tap on home screen mode. And you have 2 options, so standard mode, and then you have the drawer mode. And the standard mode just removes the drawer mode, and you have the drawer mode enabled right here. So if you select the option that you want and then press apply, it warns you that some home screen icons may be changed. So just press switch. And then once we exit out, and here as you can see, there's no more drawer. There's only the trends, which are enabled right here. And if you want to enable the drawer again, just select drawer mode and press apply. And now let's check it out, and if we return to the home screen, scroll up, there we go, the drawer is back. And that's pretty much it. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off autocorrection. As someone who's working with smartphones almost every day, I know that finding autocorrection can be tricky. That's why today I will show you exactly where to find it, using only Devices settings. So let's begin by opening Settings and scrolling all the way down right away. When you're ready, tap on System and Update, then Keyboard and Input Method, Manage Keyboards at the top, and finally Gboard. Now click on Corrections and Suggestions over here, and use this switcher next to autocorrection to turn it on or switch it off. If you decided to enable it, quick tip, you can click on autocorrection on the left, and this way get access to this option called Undo Autocorrect on Backspace. You can switch it on or off using this switcher right next to it. Personally, I always recommend to at least try it, because it's making using autocorrection even better. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye! In front of me is Realme P3 Lite, and today I would like to show you how you can turn on or turn off app notifications. If you want to get rid of notifications from any app you don't want to uninstall, here's how to do it using Devices settings. So begin by opening Settings and tapping on Notifications right away. Now select App Notifications at the top. And before doing anything, select Most Recent at the top left corner. Don't worry, I tested it before multiple times and I can assure you it will work. Over here, you need to tap on one of those options to see apps with most recent notifications, most frequent notifications, all of your apps you have on this Realme, or only apps with notifications already turned off. So wherever you decided, tap on one of those options, and then use blue switches next to your apps to block notifications from them, or grey ones to switch them back on. Quick tip, most people don't know that you can also click on any app available on the left and manage all notifications options over here. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, comment and subscribe. Bye!
Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to add and customize widgets on the Realme P3 Lite. So if you want widgets like this or this on your phone, I'm going to show you how to add them. So the first thing that we're going to do is open up the lock screen or home screen editing mode. And to do that, you just put 2 fingers on the screen and kind of do this pinch movement like this, and that opens up the editing mode. Or what you can do is also just hold on an empty space like this until the home screen editor opens. So now we're going to press on the widgets button on the bottom. And here you have all of the widgets that are available on your phone. So widgets might come with some of the apps you've downloaded, or they can just be automatically downloaded onto your phone. So for example, you can use the calendar. So if you want your calendar to be displayed on the home screen, what you can do is just select one of the calendar widgets. So let's do this one, the smallest one. So if you select it and tap the plus icon, it gets added like this. But you can also edit widgets. So let me just move some things out of the way to actually show you how it works. So now if we hold on the widgets like this, then it's going to add this little bounding box. So this works with most of the widgets. It doesn't really work with some of them, but if the widget is resizable, it's going to have this little like border. And what you can do is drag the dot like to the top or the bottom to make the widget bigger or smaller. So you can do it like in the middle of the screen like this. You can change the location, you can change the size, and you can change pretty much anything. So this is how you customize them. And that is pretty much it. This is how we do it. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe. Hello everyone, welcome to the HardReset channel, and today I'm going to show you how to add new pages and organize apps on the Realme P3 Lite. So I'm going to show you how to create new pages first, and the first thing that you need to do is use the pinch movement like this on the home screen. So just 2 fingers meet in the middle like that, and it opens up the editing mode. And now what we're going to do is select one of the icons, so it could be any icon on the home screen. So hold it like this and then drag it to the left or right to create a new tab. So it's usually to the right, and as you can see there's an empty tab, and if I just drop an icon like this, it's going to create a new page. And now we're done. So this is how you create a new page. And let's now move on to the organizing apps. So you can usually drop the like the icons anywhere you want on the screen, so they aren't centered or anything. You can just drop them like this on a grid, and that's how it works. So you can drop them anywhere, but if you want a little more space, you can just open up this home screen editor again, press more, and then select home screen layout and change it to 5:6. So now if you exit out, the layout, as you can see, is changed, but there's a lot more space now, so a whole another row that you can use. So the icons are smaller, but there's more space. And now let's see how you can create a folder. So let's say you have a few apps and you want to connect them. You want to like combine them into a single folder. So these 4 apps, for example. So now let's open up the home screen editor again. Tap on the check mark on the top of the icons that you want to attach to a folder, and then press create folder on the bottom left. Here, as you can see, everything automatically moves to a folder. You can even rename it by going to editing mode, opening up the folder and pressing right here on the name, and then just changing it to something, anything you want. Then press done to exit out, and as you can see, everything is in the folder now. And that's pretty much it for this video. So this is how you customize your home screen. So thank you for watching. I hope this video helps you, and make sure to like and subscribe.
Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can boot this device into recovery mode. So, to get started, you will want to turn off your phone by pressing the power button and volume up at the same time, and from the boot options, swipe down to turn it off. Now give it a second, it does need a moment to actually turn off. Once it does so, which will be indicated by the vibration, hold power button and volume down at the same time. Now when you see the logo, let go of the power button, keep holding volume down. Next, you can see we have Android with no command. So to get past this, or actually there's not no command, it's in Spanish for some reason, but usually it would say no command. So to get past this page, hold the power button, and while holding it, press volume up once. And this moves us to the recovery mode. In here, you will need to use the volume buttons to navigate up or down, and the power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected. Now I can see that on your end, this probably looks like there's just a single option in here, and that's because this mode is for some reason super dim, and the only options that aren't dim are the ones that are selected. So I'm going to start scrolling down, but just know, in reality, there are other options visible, barely. But there are. So I'm going to start going down there. So first one, reboot system now. This will take us back to Android. So it's just a way of leaving this mode. Reboot to bootloader, which presumably will take us to fastboot mode, just like the option below that. Next we have apply updates from ADB or SD card, wipe data, wipe cache partition, mount system, view logs, run tests, and power off. And that will now take us back to the first page, or first option. So anyway, I'm going to select the first option, confirm it with the power button, and like I mentioned, this will now just bring me back to Android, and it's just a way of leaving the recovery mode. And there we go. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.
Hello everybody, welcome back to HardReset.Info channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to use Circle to search with Google on the Realme P3 Lite. So first, what you guys want to do is go over and look at the button right here. So as you guys can see, this is a normal circle icon and it has nothing to do with the circle to search. And here you're wrong. It is the circle that we need to use to search with Google. So how can we do that? We can hold the circle like that, and now we can select something on the screen to search for it. So I'll search for the Play Store, and as you guys can see, we can even ask about this image, and the AI overview says that the image shows the logo for the Google Play Store, and it is a digital distribution service operated and developed by Google. So here we have the visual matches, we have everything, and for an example I can choose anything else like this app right here and the Beatbox music player. So we've got everything right here. We can search for the visual matches, and whenever we are reading something or we are just curious about something, then what can we do? For an example, if we are careful about the Firefox fast and private browser, we can hold our circle and select it all. Now we will have everything about it, and here we can read about the Firefox. So the definition, history, and facts. We have the visual matches and everything else right here. So this feature is very easy to use, but what if you have gestures right here instead of those three buttons? So the answer is very easy. As you guys can see, I got rid of the 3-button navigation. Now I have the gestures. And what can we do here is we can hold this line right here. So let's hold it. And now after holding it, we will also open the circle to search. So now we can search for anything that we want in the particular. And now it will ask about this image. And as you guys can see, the image shows the icon for the Xiaomi Gallery app. It is a photo gallery and album app for Android devices, particularly those from Xiaomi. So as you guys can see, we have everything like the visual matches and else. This is how it works for both of the 3-button navigation and the gesture navigation. I hope this video was helpful. If it was, then leave a like, subscription, and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can wipe cache partition on this phone. So, to get started, we will need to turn off our device by holding the power button and volume up at the same time. This brings up our boot options, and here just swipe down to turn off your phone. In a moment, after you feel a vibration, this indicates that the phone has just turned off. So with that in mind, now that it's off, hold the power button and volume down at the same time. And when you see the Realme logo on a screen, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume down till we have an icon of Android, like this one. Usually it will say no command under here, but for some reason it's in Spanish right now, so let's disregard that. So anyway, once you see this, hold the power button and press volume up once while holding it. Now this redirects us to the recovery mode, and here, using volume buttons, you want to scroll down. Now there are other options. I know that on the camera right now, it looks like it's just a single option, but for some reason the brightness of this mode is abysmal, to say the least. So when I start scrolling down, you will see that there are other options here, and I can barely see them on my end. I could kind of like overexpose it just to kind of showcase this. Nope, not this way. So you can see there are other options, but obviously this is not like feasible brightness right there. So from here, using volume buttons, we're going to scroll down and select Wipe Data Factory Reset. Actually, sorry, not this one. Wipe Cache Partition. And once it's selected, gonna confirm it with the power button. Then select yes. And you can see at the bottom, cache wipe complete. Reboot system now will be selected by default, so press power button once more, and this will reboot the device and then bring us back to Android. And as you can see, we're now back in Android. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your Do Not Disturb mode. So to get started, swipe down from the top of your screen twice. This will show you all the toggles that you have right here in the panel. Now, Do Not Disturb mode should be added by default, so if it's not visible on the first page, we can swipe to the left, and this will show you the second page of the toggles. Here you can see we have our Do Not Disturb mode. Now you can tap on this toggle right away and just turn it on right now with whatever the default settings are, but I recommend holding it as this will quickly take you to the settings where you can customize this mode. Now going over these options, we have duration first, and this allows you to select how long this mode will run when enabled by default. So manual toggle on in here, as we do have also a way to set it up as a schedule, which would prevent you from or remove the need for you to toggle it on and off, and also kind of make this option useless if you select a schedule. Now, by default, it is set to run until you turn it off, so if you were to manually turn it on and forget about it, it will run indefinitely in the background. Not the greatest option. I personally like to select it on a 4-hour timer, so it covers whatever time I might need for it at random occasions, plus a little bit of time extra just in case. And even if I forget about it, the device will turn it off for me after the 4 hours passes. You can also select the last option, which will bring up these two options every time you toggle it on manually, meaning the until turn off or the specific amount of time. Next, we have that schedule that I mentioned. There is one pre-made. Sleeping starts at 10 p.m. ends at 7 a.m. every single day. It is turned off by default, so if you're planning to use any schedule, you can just toggle it on in here, and you can also create ones by clicking on the plus, and obviously choosing the parameters for it. Days of the week, start, end time, or start and end time, the other way around. And also selecting a name for it. Once you click on done, it will automatically get saved and also become enabled, something to keep in mind. Now, going back to the other options, so exclusions, you can select who will basically ignore this mode. So people, you can select who can call you or message you when this mode is enabled. Apps, so basically different applications that can still give you notifications, calls and stuff like that. For instance, like WhatsApp could still act normally if you want to, and that will also be circumventing this option. Then we have alarms and other interruptions, along with hiding notifications. Anyway, once this is all set, find the toggle once more. Here you can just click on it, becomes enabled, and after 4 hours, for me, it will automatically turn itself off, but I can do that myself by just clicking on the toggle myself once again, which obviously you can see turns it off. So there we go. Hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can enable and set up your portable hotspot. So, to get started, you'll want to swipe down from the top of your screen. Now do that once more, and this will reveal all the toggles. And next, look for the hotspot toggle. Should be added by default on one of the pages. And you can see on my end, it's on the second page right over here. Now once you see this toggle first time around, I recommend holding it. This will quickly take you to the settings where you can customize how the mode will function, and also, more importantly, change your hotspot password, which will be a randomly generated password. I recommend just getting rid of it altogether, setting up your own new one, which will need to have at least 8 characters in length. That can be letters, numbers, both, doesn't really matter. It just needs to have at least 8 of them. And once you click on OK, this automatically gets saved. Now there are other options in here as well. For instance, things like the turn off personal hotspot automatically after 10 minutes. Now this might be something that you might be interested in turning on or off. Now it is on by default. So let me explain. Sometimes if you load up a page, let's just say you are hypothetically reading some article on whatever page, and it's an article that you're going to be reading for more than 10 minutes without actually moving to another page where you have like links that you move on to the second page of it or whatever. This would basically be preloaded by the hotspot once, and from that point on it just keeps on being open. So it's not using any data. Now the way this would work is it's things that you're done using it, as long as you've been there for more than 10 minutes, so it exceeds this timer, and it will automatically turn off your hotspot. Obviously that might not be something that you're looking for. So in cases like that, if you tend to spend a lot of time on single page, you might want to turn that off. For everyone else, I recommend keeping this on, as it's a great kind of keepsake. Personally, I tend to forget about the hotspot, and hotspot does consume more of your phone's battery. So this is a great thing to have enabled for any other circumstances. And additionally, let me quickly check. There might be another thing happening, and it turns off Wi-Fi. So when you're using your hotspot, you cannot have Wi-Fi enabled. Therefore, this device, if it's broadcasting your hotspot, it's using your mobile network, and this device cannot use Wi-Fi while, for instance, broadcasting the mobile data to other devices. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Now, under AP band, we have two different ones, the 2.4 or 5 gigahertz band, which kind of begs the question, why does it turn off Wi-Fi if it has both of them? I have no freaking clue. Let's actually check out. If I turn on 5, will it... Oops, not what I wanted to turn on. It still turns it off. Okay, makes no sense. So choose whichever one you want. 5 gigahertz will be a bit faster than the 2.4, but 2.4 is compatible with basically any kind of device that have any kind of Wi-Fi connectivity. So it's basically what could be considered as a compatibility mode. 5 gigahertz will give you faster and more stable connection over the 2.4. The drawback is the devices that don't support it just won't see the hotspot at all. And lastly, we have the hotspot name at the very top. You can change that to something that you want to have set, or you can keep it as it is. This is basically what you're going to be looking for as a name in the Wi-Fi list on the devices that you want to connect to this hotspot with. Now, from here, let's just find this toggle once more, and as you see me do before, you just need to simply tap on it to turn it on. And once you're done using it, you can either wait that 10 minutes, assuming you kept that toggle on, or you can also just tap on this toggle yourself once again, and this will turn it off and also re-enable your Wi-Fi automatically if you had it enabled before you turned on the hotspot. So anyway, with that being said, hopefully you found this very helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how we can put this device into fastboot mode. So, to get started, we will need to turn off our device. So, hold power button and volume up at the same time, which will bring up our boot options, and in here, you want to swipe down to turn off your phone. Now, once it turns off, it will be indicated with a vibration. So once you hear that vibration, you can then hold power button and volume down at the same time. This will start to boot up the device, so you will see the Realme logo. And when you do, let go of the power button, but keep holding volume down. Next, you will see Android with the words under that no command. For me, it's in Spanish for some reason, even though that's not really the system language right now. In your case, it most likely will say no command or whatever language you use. So when you see this, hold power button, and while holding it, you're going to press volume up once, and you can see this redirects us to the recovery mode. And here we have actually more options than are visible on the camera. Just to kind of showcase this, I am going to overblow the hell out of it. You can see there's more. So it's just the brightness of the screen right here, and also the fact that the other options are so dim that I can barely see them. So with that in mind, we're going to use volume buttons to navigate, and with that we want to select either enter fastboot mode or presumably reboot to bootloader should also work. I'm going to first show you this one as it's labeled like it's supposed to be. So anyway, we're going to, once it's selected, confirm it with the power button, and you can see this redirects us to the dedicated fastboot mode. In here, again, like before, you can use volume buttons to navigate, and power button will be used to confirm whatever is selected. And again, here we have other options that you can't see right now. Reboot system now. Now this will take us back to Android. enter recovery mode, which is the previous page. Then we have restart the bootloader, or reboot to bootloader, sorry. And then lastly, power off. So like I mentioned, I think bootloader is also a fastboot mode, so we're going to test it out by confirming this option. And yes, I was correct. It is a fastboot mode. We can see it right here. I can also bring it up closer. Come on. There we go. So you can see this is fastboot mode. I am trying to keep my hand as steady as I can, but kind of failing. Now, the first fastboot mode that I showed you was a little bit easier to leave, as you would just select reboot system now, confirm it with the power button, and you're off to your merry way back to Android. Here, on the other hand side, we need to, I believe, hold power button or power button and volume down to leave it. First, I'm going to try power button only. And it looks like that's not doing anything. So power button, volume down it is. Or isn't. Okay, I guess let's try all three. One of them is bound to reboot this device forcibly, as that's kind of what we're looking for. There we go. So once the device reboots, by holding all three buttons, you will be taken back to Android. And there we go. So, if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I'll show you how you can import contacts from your SIM card to the device. So, to get started, you will want to open up your standalone contacts application. So we have it right here. Next, navigate to Organize, and then select Manage SIM. This automatically displays all the contacts that are located on your SIM card. For me, that's just 3 contacts. And I also want to add that by default, your phone will try to import these contacts to Google, because Google wants to gobble up all the information that they possibly can without the other person's consent, really. Because when you're importing contacts to the Google account, you're basically putting them to the cloud, so Google has access to this. And these are other people's phone numbers along with their names usually, which means that Google just gets free info. There is no reason why Google should get free info. Let's be completely clear about that one. They should be going about it just the way everyone else is, buying it. So if they want your info, they should be paying for it to you, and just giving you that glorious thing where we allow you to store it on our cloud is just an absolute BS, because they are actually benefiting from it. So again, it's not really a greatest kind of excuse. And obviously, the people numbers that you'd be importing, they never might have consented to it. Just saying. So I always recommend importing your contacts to the device. Now, the reason I kind of talking about this, because typically, for me, I don't have this option because I'm not logged into a Google account on this device, but usually between the Manage SIM and the first contact, you will have a drop-down menu. That drop-down menu by default will have Google account selected. And by dropping it, you can also change it to the device. Now, because there is no account signed in, it automatically defaults to the device. Doesn't give me the drop-down menu because there is no other option I can choose right now. So it automatically imports it to the phone itself. So if I click on the import, you can see it imported all 3 contacts. Now you can obviously deselect contacts that you don't want, and if you see some contacts that are already deselected when trying to import them, that's because these contacts exist wherever you're trying to import them to. That'd be a phone or Google account. Now obviously if they are present on Google account, you can still import them again to the phone, but you won't be able to import them twice to Google. Now, as you can see, when we go back to our contacts list, there's many more contacts in here, or many more, well, like 3, but you can see them right here. And additionally, normally when you're connected to Google account, Google will start shitting out notifications about backing up your contacts to the cloud because give us your data for free. And I will say, go piss off. You can pay for it like everyone else is doing to you. Additionally, they will also probably give you a most moronic pop-up you have ever experienced, which is telling you to delete contacts from the SIM card, because God effing forbid you have a safe copy physically stored on a SIM card. That's not allowed. We want to be the sole holder of your contacts on the cloud, so you're always relying on us. Obviously, based on how I'm saying it, I will recommend you to keep them. So select keep your contacts, don't delete them. They don't get in the way in here at all. And it's just a nice way to have your contacts physically stored on other medium that isn't reliant on some bullshit servers that might go down, or Google might decide to do something, stop supporting it, and boom, your contacts are all gone. So having it on your card gives you the peace of mind. And also if you switch the card to another device, you have automatically access to it without any kind of arbitrary steps needed to have those contacts displayed. You just go in here and you can import them from a SIM card or view them from a SIM card. So there we go. One more thing that I want to add is the display of the contacts. Right now it's selected to display all contacts. This is the default option. You can tap on the drop down right here and choose to display them from also device, which is where I imported them to, and the SIM card. Like I mentioned, I don't need to have them visible, but at least I have access to it if I ever need to. Now, also, if one of these device or the SIM card doesn't have any contacts on it, these options will not show up here. So there we go. Now, hopefully you found this video helpful, and if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I'll show you how you can hard reset your device through the recovery mode. Before I get started, I do want to kind of add a little bit of info. So you can do this kind of a reset in order to get rid of a screen lock if you have one set that you don't know. So if you have a screen lock, you can't get into your device, you can reset it and get rid of it. But usually that will mean that your device becomes FRP locked. If you go into the settings, or if you can't actually get into the device, this means FAll, but just to give you a little bit of an info in here, if we go under the Google account, and there is a Google account signed in, for me there isn't one, but if there is, your device will become FRP locked when doing this process. And this will force you to verify either the screen lock or the Google account that is signed in before the reset begins on the phone. You just need to verify one of them, and from there your phone unlocks and you can finish up the setup. Without providing at least one of those, your device basically becomes a brick. So anyway, to get started, you first want to turn off your device, so you'd hold power button and volume up, and then swipe down to turn off your phone. Once it turns off, which will be indicated by the vibration, hold power button and volume down at the same time. And when you see the Realme logo, let go of the power button. Next, you will see the Android with no command. So when you see this page, hold power button, and while holding it, press volume up once, and this will then redirect you to the recovery mode. In here, there's actually more options visible, but based on my camera settings, you could barely tell. Yeah, we have a list right here, barely visible to me actually, so it's not just the camera settings, to be honest. But anyway, using volume buttons, you want to scroll down and select Wipe Data Factory Reset. When it's selected, press Power button. Then select Factory Data Reset. It's going to tell you that it's formatting data, and then data wipe complete. At which point, reboot system now will be selected by default, so we're just going to press Power button to reboot our device, which will continue resetting your phone in the background. This will take about 2-3 minutes to finish up, and once it's finished, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I will show you how you can record screen on this phone. So, to get started, you will want to swipe down from the top of your screen like so, and then do that once more, which will extend the list of visible toggles. Now somewhere in here you should see the screen recorder toggle. For me it's right over here, so it is on the second page. Anyway, once you see it, first time around, you can hold it, and this will take you to the settings. Here you can change some of them. Now, by the looks of it, we don't have very many, so record system sound, microphone, and show screen touches. So anyway, I'm just going to keep it as it is. Let's close this up. There was no options for quality, unfortunately. Let's find the toggle once more. Click on it. Oh, it actually gives us this pop-up here again. Anyway, once you click on start, it begins a 3-second countdown, and then with a notification, begins recording. So whatever you'll do right now will be recorded, but there is a limitation to say the least. So you have shared applications like Netflix as an example, which thinks that those applications have the idea that they own your device, not you, because you dared to buy a phone that has this piece of shit pre-installed. And the reason I'm raving about this so much is because, let's just connect to network first. Which I am gonna stop the recording to do that. So okay, so connecting to network. There we go. Let's try that again. So I'm gonna now start recording once more. So we'll have two different recordings. And let's open up this trash again. So it doesn't give us this pop-up. Shouldn't give us this pop-up. Come on, you have network. Don't be more annoying than you already are. There we go. So you can see it's loading up some garbage here. There we go. Unlimited movies, TV shows, and blah, blah, blah. Cool. You can see that we have content visible right here. You can also see there is my little finger dot right there. So my finger is pressing the screen. Let's close this up. Let's see. Do we also have... Oh, we have the other candidate. Let's go. We can take a shit on both of them. Again, log in. Now I want to point out that I do not own account for Netflix at all. Neither have I ever actually created one. So anyway, let's stop the recording. You can see it right here. The reason I'm pointing that out is because by this logic, I haven't ever given Netflix any kind of permission, nor have I ever agreed to any terms of service or use. Never. Let's go into our library, photos. That's where you can find all your screen recordings. No, Google, you don't need to back up. I don't want to back it up. Piss off. There we go. Gonna allow. Actually, I probably should have given it full access, not limited. Let's go back here. Permissions. No, not this. There we go. Photos, videos. Allow. Okay. So if we go into albums, in albums, you'll find two places where you can find your screen recordings. One would be the videos, as you can see right here. But videos will be a little bit kind of convoluted with a lot of other videos that you might have on your phone. For instance, captured with your phone itself or downloaded TV shows and stuff like that will also show up right here. Another one is screenshots. Now in here you have screen recordings and screenshots, again mixed with other things like screenshots, but I think this might be easier to find over the videos, unless you don't keep that many videos on your phone. So anyway, we can now view this crap right here, and in a second you'll see what I was talking about. So come on, once it loads it up, there we go. So here's our Netflix fully opened without ever agreeing to any terms of service or use. This piece of shit decides to block your screen from being able to record anything. It's your device, while this application decides, nah, it's not anymore. We're going to be deciding what your device can do or cannot. I say F you. So for people that are interested in circumventing this garbage, you can check it out. For instance, applications like Loudstream, which basically are the free version of Netflix, and on top of that you can record it, so you don't have to pay any subscription and have the same thing, better experience, and record the screen. And for music, you can just look for cracked versions of it. Applications like something that begins with re and then continues with Vans allow you to download alternative versions of these same apps that basically have this garbage turned off. So I highly recommend that. So you can see there's also no kind of pop-up whatsoever when viewing this content to let you know that whatever you're trying to record is not being recorded actually. So I find it absolutely annoying, and that's why I'm kind of, let's just say, taking a stand against this and telling you about other things you can do. But if you found this video helpful, even though I kind of went on a tangent right there, if you did, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Welcome. In front of me is a Realme P3 Lite, and today I'm going to show you how you can hard reset this device through settings. So, to get started, we will want to open up our settings. In here, navigate all the way to the bottom, select System and Update, and then Reset Phone. From the options, select Clear All Data Permanently. Give it a second, and it will present you with a list of data that will be removed, which would also sometimes show it in your accounts and applications. But most importantly, what it gets rid of is things like music, photos, and instead of saying other user data, I would say all user data would be the most accurate way to describe this. So if you keep anything on your phone that you would like to maintain, maybe you have downloaded documents, some photos, music, videos, whatever of that sort you have locally on your phone that isn't backed up to the cloud, and make a backup copy of it before you go any further. I recommend making a backup copy of your data manually using cable and moving it to your computer, as this gives you full control over your own data. It isn't being uploaded to any kind of cloud and then used to train some bullshit AI to then use it to replace you. So that gives you obviously just peace of mind that your data is yours. Whatever personal information you have there isn't being used against you or whatever. And there's also some other limitations when doing things like uploading it to the cloud. Usually you are kind of, depending on the manufacturer, sometimes you're locked into their ecosystem. And lastly, if you're in European Union, companies are forced to delete the data after, I believe, 2 years or something like that. So after 2 years, if you haven't done anything with your backup, the company needs to delete it. Obviously, at that point, it defeats the backup because the company just got to use your supposed backup for whatever AI training crap they wanted to do, even though they allegedly don't do it. Let's be completely honest. They most certainly do. So they get to use that data, and then when you want to back it up after, for instance, 2 years, or restore, sorry, you find out that your backup is deleted because European Union mandates that. Great. So do it yourself to your computer. This gives you full control over it, and obviously the random 2-year period that forces companies to delete the data, it doesn't apply to you. So your data can be stored on your computer indefinitely. Now anyway, let's select clear data. If you have a screen lock, you do need to confirm it. And once you do, it just gives you one last prompt that all data will be basically deleted permanently, and this cannot be undone. I'm going to select erase all data, and this will begin factory resetting your phone. This process will take probably 2-3 minutes on this phone to finish up, and once it's completed, we will be presented with Android setup screen. So I'll be back once that is visible for me. And as you can see, the process is now finished and you can set up your device however you like. So if you found this very helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.